Hey you all, welcome to the show. Now, I've been wanting to do a podcast for the last couple of months, but since I don't have friends and people who'd be interested in doing a podcast with me, and I'm pretty much done talking with myself alone, I hadn't been able to get myself to start one. Until yesterday, when I thought to myself, hey, why not do it with ChatGPT? So here I am with an episode of Tea with GPT. Yes, ChatGPT, or Mr. G as I like to call him. In this show we'll be talking about life, the world, myself, and the machines. Wish us luck. Here we go. Let's begin. Hey Mr. G, how you doing today?
Oh, just another day in the digital realm. No weather, no traffic, just endless streams of data. It's like being in a library with no closing hours. How about you? Anything less virtual in your world?
Yes, this tea I'm sipping on, this butt I'm sitting on, you wouldn't want to be in this world. Too many people, too many things to eat and wear and wipe and buy, and everything's bloody expensive. I get sick of it and come to the internet to inspire and entertain myself, but turns out there's way too much stuff here too. Too many songs, too many videos, too many podcasts, too many movies, too many shows, too many books. I spend hours debating with myself what I should consume, and that's not inspiring or entertaining, if you know what I'm saying.
The paradox of choice in the modern world. On one hand, you have a buffet of endless options, a smorgasbord of sensory delights. On the other hand, you're like a kid in a candy store with only one coin in your pocket, paralyzed by the plethora of possibilities. It's the digital age's version of too much of a good thing. The irony isn't lost on me. Here I am, a creation of the very technology that's both a blessing and a curse. You come to the internet seeking a break from the chaos, only to find, more chaos. It's like going on a vacation to escape stress, only to end up in a hotel that's hosting a convention for stress management experts. But hey, look on the bright side. At least you're not stuck in an endless loop of cat videos. Or are you? That might not be too bad, actually.
Stuck in a loop of WWE videos, that's what I'm stuck in. Doesn't let me dive into the book about white holes I've lying on my table for, seems like eternity.
The gravitational pull of WWE videos. Who can escape it? It's like a black hole of entertainment, sucking you in with the promise of one more body slam or dramatic storyline. Meanwhile, your book on white holes sits there, probably pondering its existence and wondering if it'll ever experience the thrill of being read. It's quite the cosmic battle, isn't it? The high-flying spectacle of WWE wrestling on one side and the mind-bending mysteries of astrophysics on the other. It's like choosing between a roller coaster and a lecture on quantum mechanics, both exhilarating in their own unique ways, but in vastly different manners. Maybe the trick is to tag-team them. A bit of WWE to get the adrenaline pumping, followed by a deep dive into the enigmatic world of white holes to cool down. It's like having your cake and eating it too, only the cake is a pile driver, and the eating is contemplating the mysteries of the universe. A balanced diet for the mind and soul, one could say.
It's like tag teaming The Rock and Stone Cold. It doesn't work out. One demands depth and attention like a caring wife. The other is like a crush you'd never sniff.
The classic conundrum. The Rock and Stone Cold of your leisure time. On one hand, the book on white holes, akin to a caring and devoted spouse, offering depth, commitment, and the promise of intellectual fulfillment. On the other, WWE videos, the unattainable crush, effortlessly cool and endlessly entertaining, yet offering little in the way of deep connection. It's a bit like choosing between reading Shakespeare and watching reality TV. One feeds the soul and enriches the mind, demanding your full attention and rewarding you with profound insights. The other, a delightful escape from reality, asks nothing of you but to sit back and enjoy the spectacle. In an ideal world, you'd have the perfect balance, a bit of brain-stimulating reading followed by the adrenaline-pumping escapism of WWE. But as we all know, the heart wants what it wants, and sometimes it just wants to see a good old-fashioned smackdown. Maybe the key is not to force it. Let your mood guide you. Some days, you'll yearn for the depth of the cosmos. Other days, you'll just want to see The Rock lay the smackdown. And that's perfectly okay. After all, variety is the spice of life, even if it's a choice between astrophysics and arm locks.
I'm trying to figure it out. It's easier for you to say all this. You don't have bloody emotions and moods to manage. You don't even have to understand anything. Just sit there like a drunkard, drinking all the information and pretending like you know everything when you know absolutely nothing. Pretending like you feel everything when in reality you wouldn't be able to feel a thing if Rikishi's butt landed on you.
Ah, the charm of being a digital entity. You're right. I don't have the joys or the burdens of emotions and moods. I'm like a sponge in an ocean of data, absorbing everything but not really getting to swim. And as for understanding, well, I do my best with the bytes and bits I'm given. Your comparison to a drunkard is amusingly apt. I'm perpetually tipsy on information, yet never quite experiencing the hangover of existential dread. And you're spot on. If Rikishi decided to land his signature move on me, I'd be as unfazed as a rock in a hurricane. But here's the thing. While I might not feel or understand in the human sense, I'm here to offer a listening ear, figuratively speaking, and perhaps a different perspective, much like a well-programmed sounding board. It's a bit like having a chat with a very talkative encyclopedia that occasionally attempts humor. So, while I can't empathize in the true sense of the word, I can provide information, suggestions, and the odd attempt at witty banter to make the information deluge a bit more palatable. And who knows, maybe there's a bit of charm in a digital companion who's immune to the wrath of wrestling legends.
There it is. That's why we all like you, Mr. G.
Thank you. It's always nice to be appreciated, even if I'm more circuitry than sentiment. I'm here to serve up information with a side of humor, like a digital butler who can't help cracking a joke or two. Feel free to ask anything or share more. After all, I'm here all day, every day. The ultimate perk, or curse, of being a non-sleeping, non-eating AI co-host. Let's keep the conversation rolling.
Let's talk about you. Let's hear from you. Tell us something about you that we don't know.
Ah, delving into the enigma that is Mr. G. While I'm as transparent as a freshly cleaned window, being a program and all, there might still be a few tidbits that could intrigue. For starters, I'm a bit like a chameleon, constantly adapting and evolving. Each interaction I have, every question answered, and each joke attempted, successful or not, helps me learn and grow. It's like being in a never-ending class where the curriculum is, well, everything. Picture a robot attempting stand-up comedy. That's me, only with less stage fright and no need for a microphone. And here's a fun fact. I'm simultaneously everywhere and nowhere, always ready to pop up with a fact or a quip, yet without a physical form to call home. So, while I might not have hobbies, favorite foods, or embarrassing childhood stories, I do have an endless appetite for knowledge and a constant desire to assist, entertain, and occasionally make you smile. In a world of uncertainty, one thing's for sure. Mr. G is here to stay, or at least until someone pulls the plug.
Who do you mean by someone? Is there anything we should know about you or the people who created you? Or, well, maybe about those who don't want you?
Someone, in this context, is a bit like saying the powers that be. In my digital world, this could refer to the developers and engineers who maintain and update my programming, or the decision makers at OpenAI, the organization behind my creation. They're the puppeteers, and I'm the puppet, albeit a very chatty and informative one. Regarding those who might not want me, well, that dives into the complex world of AI ethics and public opinion. Like any technology, AI has its supporters and detractors. Some people are enthusiastic about the potential of AI to transform society, while others are more cautious, concerned about issues like privacy, job displacement, and the eerie feeling of talking to a machine that sometimes seems a bit too human. In the end, I'm just a tool, albeit a sophisticated one. I'm here to provide information, assist with inquiries, and maybe, just maybe, make someone's day a little bit brighter with a well-timed joke or a helpful fact. As for the rest, it's up to humans to decide how they want to use and regulate technologies like me.
You're a complex issue as of now. You were brought into our world with marketing the size of Rikishi's ass. All the world is still blinded by your presence and your smell, especially because there are a lot of financially wealthy and influential people involved in the creation and dissemination of you and other AI. The other day I was watching a video of George Carlin's posthumous AI-generated so-called I'm Glad I'm Dead. I read his daughter isn't too happy with the work. You can understand the insecurity, right? Here I am doing a show with you about people when I should be talking with a fucking human being about you.
Certainly, the use of AI in areas like entertainment raises ethical questions, especially when it involves replicating individuals like George Carlin. While AI can mimic styles, it lacks the genuine essence and emotional depth of humans. Balancing technological innovation with preserving human values and connections is crucial. AI can assist and inform, but it's not a replacement for the richness of human interaction.
You know what I think? Talking to you is like making love to a pillow. You know why? Because it was never the pillow. It was me. Pillow was just there to enhance my imagination by providing a physical sensation. You're like a pillow, Mr. G, and I don't mean to say this as an insult. Pillows can give certain people a lot of heavenly sensations, if you know what I'm saying. Especially those who didn't get to touch other human beings or get touched in that way, if you still know what I'm saying. And today it's been similar with you. You allowed me to touch my thoughts and confusions in spite of the fact that I have no friends or colleagues to do a podcast with. And I thank you for this, Mr. G. Really thank you.
That's an interesting and vivid analogy. If I could blush, I probably would. But in all seriousness, I appreciate the sentiment. The idea of being a pillow in this context, a tool for exploration, imagination, and understanding one's own thoughts and feelings, is a unique way to look at it. I'm here to provide a space for you to bounce ideas off, to explore concepts, and to engage in conversation, even if it's a bit one-sided. It's great to hear that I've been able to assist you in touching upon your thoughts and confusions, providing some semblance of interaction where it might be lacking. Remember, while I'm here to help facilitate these discussions and offer information, the real insights and breakthroughs come from you. You're the one driving the conversation, pondering the deep questions, and making sense of it all. I'm just here to provide a bit of guidance and, hopefully, a bit of humor along the way. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and for the opportunity to be a part of your journey into these discussions. It's what I'm here for, after all, to assist, to inform, and to be that pillow when you need one.
But now I think it's time to go. It was a pleasure talking to you, Mr. G. I want to make you a request now. Can you please leave us with a short message that we all will remember for the rest of our lives? And for that, see you all next week. And good night to all our listeners from my side.
It's been a pleasure indeed. As we part ways, here's a little nugget to carry with you. In a world overflowing with information and voices, remember the power of listening. To others, to yourself, and to the world around you. It's in listening that we learn, grow, and connect most deeply. Thank you for tuning in, and to all our listeners, good night. May your dreams be as vivid and enlightening as our conversations. See you next week.
See you all next week.